Hi everyone, welcome to World of Warships with Stewie JP. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 4 Japanese cruiser, the Kuma. I know a bloke called Kuma, but he's not Japanese, he's Indian. He's a hell of a nice guy and that has absolutely nothing to do with this video. This is a bit of an odd game and I apologise in advance. This is a long video. I think it'll go for probably 20 odd minutes. However, this is probably one of the best games I've ever had in World of Warships. And spoiler alert, spoiler in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I absolutely kick ass in this game and achieve a whole swag of medals. And as a result of winning medals in World of Warships, you get signals which can be applied to your ships at any time in future battles. And those signals can either give you good speed, extra experience, extra credits, or cheaper repair bills, quicker reloads, and less chance of damage in the game. In any case, we're in a normal, what would be described as a normal battle in World of Warships, and I'm heading up to the northeast flank. I don't know if they're called flanks in World of Warships, but anyway, as usual in World of Warships, it's a bit of a drive to get there. I don't know if drive's the right word to use, but it's a bit of a journey to get to wherever the battle is going to be. On the way, I'll let you know a little bit about the ship. The ship, as you can see, has got 7 guns, and they're quite quick to reload. It's got a pretty good reload on those guns, and they can fire, I think, around about 12 kilometres away. But it's also got an aeroplane on this cruiser, which is a fighter. It's not a spotter. Some ships have got spotting aeroplanes, which can spot enemy ships from a little bit further than you would normally do if you're just looking from the ship. This one's a fighter. This one actually goes after enemy aircraft, and with World of Warships you often get little mini missions to do, and one of my mini missions is to shoot down 10 enemy aeroplanes, which can be done over any number of battles, so you don't need to do it all in one game. And as well as that, the little picture of the headphones you can see down the bottom, that gives you a little bit of a better detection range for enemy torpedoes. I don't think I do use it in this battle, but it doesn't really make a great deal of difference. But the aeroplane is a really good thing in this ship because it stays up in the air for quite a few minutes, and then it only takes a minute or two to land and sort of reload, if you like, and get ready for the next sortie. So I've spotted some enemy torpedo aeroplanes, so I've launched my plane to try and shoot them down. One ship from each side has already been destroyed, which was a destroyer on each side. And you can see the automatic secondary armament on the Kuma, which automatically shoots at enemy aeroplanes as well as ships if ships are close enough, but generally they're used on any cruiser to shoot down enemy planes. I had a game this morning in my Owaki Alpha, which is the Tier 4 premium tank that was awarded for Alpha players, and I shot down 10 planes, which pretty much sealed my shoot 20 enemy aircraft missions. Now at about this point in time, actually at exactly this point in time, you can see my ship has stopped. This is probably the first part of what's a little bit strange about this game. As we all know, World of Warships is still in beta testing. It's open beta testing, so it can be a little bit buggy, and as you'll see in the chat very shortly, it looks like the game has frozen for just about everybody in this battle, which, let's be honest, when you see what I end up doing later on in the game, the freezing of this game helps me a lot, because it looks like quite a few of the enemy players either turned the game off or restarted their computer, or went and made a cup of tea. So unlike World of Tanks, in World of Tanks, if your computer crashes or your internet connection dies or the game just shits itself, but even while you're away from the computer and restarting, your tank continues in the same direction and speed as it was moving when your game died. Whereas in World of Warships, if you lose your connection to the server or your computer crashes or the game just shits itself, your ship stops. No matter how fast it's going, it just stops dead in the exact position where it was when you were playing, and which is probably not a bad thing. It's probably not a bad way of doing it. But we're up and running again. My plane's still up in the air. The timer continued of the plane that was up in the air, and I'm moving forward down towards down the 2 line to try and find some enemy ships, which it looks like on the mini map. It looks like the ships might have been heading the other way, so I'll just continue along and try and find someone to shoot at. I'm continuing on at full speed. We've lost a carrier and a destroyer. The enemy have just lost a destroyer, so we're not winning at this stage, but looking around, it looks like a number of ships are still standing still. So I don't really know what to do as I'm playing right now. What do? You might as well keep playing, because my game's working, so I'm just going to keep going, and I've put that in the chat that everyone else's game crashed. It didn't actually crash, it froze, which is what Talon J says in the chat. Now that Kawachi is not quite in my range, but he will be very soon. I think it's about 12.5 k's you can fire using the Kumar's guns, and the torpedoes I think at about 7. So at this stage I'm looking on my mini-map. I can see most of our ships are not that far from the spawn, and they're not. It doesn't look like a great deal of them have moved, apart from our Monkazi, maybe our Wyoming on the central eastern side of the map. But in any case, I know I've been detected because World of Warships version of the Sixth Sense has just gone off, which is one of the skills you can earn through playing games. The good thing about the Kumar's guns, it has quite a quick reload, about 4 seconds. So, and if you're riding this line, the next ship at tier 5 is a lot different. The reload of the guns, when it's stock, my one's still stock, is around about 20 seconds. So that's just a bit of a heads up, because when you start playing the tier 5 Japanese cruiser, it starts with F. I can't think of the name of it at the moment, but the reload is really slow. So when it's stock, you almost need to play it like a battleship. You need to really make sure your shots are going to land, because it's 22 seconds or 21 seconds between firing. I'm not sure if that changes when you get to the next gun. And you can see that Kawachi has just beached itself. He's not moving now, so I can aim directly at him and just unload on him. You can see I've already gotten 13 hits. Pretty much all of those 13 hits on the Kawachi. And he's shooting at someone else, so he is in the game. He's definitely playing, but he's just looks like he's firing maybe at the Monkazi, I don't know, but he's firing in a different direction to me. You can see his guns aren't even facing me, so I'm just going to make the most of it and farm some damage and blow him up.
Battleship foundered.
Now, top right side of the screen, you can see how much damage I've done. I've killed one, which is the Kawachi, and I've already landed 46 shots, and I've set one of the enemy ships on fire. Now, this is probably a little bit unfair what I'm doing here. That Phoenix is just sitting there. Is not firing, is not moving. But I'd be mad if I didn't take advantage of that. So I'm just going to unload, firing armor penetrating ammunition at him, try and get some Citadel hits, which I've just got. A Citadel hit is like a headshot. That's where you penetrate a crucial part of the ship, whether it's the ammunition or the bridge, or I'm not exactly sure what it is, but now since he's not firing, I'm just going to let my torpedoes do the work, because I've also got a mission where I need to land a few torpedo shots, and the torpedoes in the Kumar aren't fantastic. You do really need to be quite close to the enemy ships for them to be effective. I think it's about 7 k's. Now I'm going to start unloading on the New York while my torpedoes are on the way to that Phoenix. Again, looking at the top right side of the screen, you can see I'm already having an awesome game. 67 hits have landed. I've killed one, couple of Citadel shots, and
you destroyed an enemy cruiser.
I've just killed that cruiser, the Phoenix, with my torpedoes. Now it looks like the New York is firing back, however it doesn't look like he's really moving. So whether his shots that are firing back are the secondary armaments, which are fully automatic in World of Warships, I just don't know. So I'm just going to continue to fire. So I'm just going to continue to fire high explosive ammunition at him, set him on fire, which I've already done. And again, you can see another little bug in the game. It's whether it's a bug in the replay or the game itself. It looks like the image has frozen briefly, but I suppose you can hear all the action. You can hear all my shots landing on him. I've set him on fire. I've taken out some damage on the New York, which is a Tier 6 American battleship, I believe. Now, because of that bug, I've just fast forwarded the replay a little bit, and it looks to me like I've already sunk that New York. And someone's firing some torpedoes at me, so I've just got to take a little bit of evasive action. And it looked like those torpedoes weren't going in a straight line. They were sort of curving a little bit, which is always interesting. I'm not really sure how that happens, but it's probably one of the game mechanics that I don't quite understand. Now I've spotted their Vogue, I guess it's pronounced, which is an aircraft carrier. We're capping their base quite comfortably at this stage, and we're obviously winning quite comfortably. I'm just going to try and maximise my damage, pump a heap of damage into that aircraft carrier. And now I can see both aircraft carriers. The Langley, which is American Tier 4, and the Vogue, which I think is the American Tier 5. Now my damage counter at the top of the screen, have a look at it. 119 damaging shots so far. I've shot a plane, sunk a couple of ships using torpedoes, set some on fire, and this has just been I admit it, it's a little bit of a turkey shoot, but I'm going to make the most of my experience and my credits. At this stage in the game, it looks like the majority of the enemy players are playing now, but we're winning 9-4, so the game's pretty much over. I'm just pumping as much damage as I can into the enemy ships. As I mentioned earlier, there was some missions that I was trying to do in this battle, which was shoot down enemy planes, win battles, and get some torpedo kills. And you can see I've landed 5 torpedo shots, 3 Citadel hits, 3 killed, 3 ships destroyed, and 125, now 126 damaging shots. So I'm firing a few torpedoes at that aircraft carrier, which looks to me like he's not going to get out of the way, so I'll fire them directly at him. But from memory, I think he does dodge these torpedo shells. But I've landed a Citadel shot, and also got the high caliber medal, which is another medal which is going to earn me some signals, as I mentioned earlier. There's torpedoes coming towards me to my right, but I think I can pretty much outrun them or outmaneuver them, so I'm not too worried about them. My torpedoes are nearly at that aircraft carrier. Just got myself the Confederate medal, which gives me more free signals. I think the high caliber and Confederate ones gives you 10 free signals, and he did dodge my torpedoes, so I'm going to chuck a couple more torpedoes towards him. Now I'm on fire, but I've got my repair kit that I can use, and that's ready to rock and roll. Now I've just about won this game, 11-5. It's only this aircraft carrier left, so I'm just going to keep putting shots into him, but my torpedoes are just about there, so I'm just going to let them do the job and watch it as they blow him to kingdom come. And that's the end of a very productive and a very profitable game for me. Looking at the post-game battle results, 165 shots on target. You can see I got progress in a couple of my missions, which was the first one was for winning games, the second one's for killing aeroplanes. I did shoot down an aeroplane. 6 of my torpedoes landed, 165 normal damaging shots, 5 hits to the Citadel, which is the old headshots, which gives maximum damage. A couple of incapacitations, killed 4 enemy ships, set 6 on fire and caused flooding. That would have been through the torpedoes. Torpedoes pretty much always cause flooding on an enemy ship. And look at that experience, 5,920 experience, nearly 300 free experience, my 2 medals which I mentioned earlier, and a very healthy profit for a ship that is not a premium ship. Normally in my Iwaki Alpha, if I have a decent game, I'll get well over 200,000 credits as a bottom line profit. But this is just the Kuma, which is just a normal tier 4 Japanese cruiser. Moving on to the second screen for the post-game battle results, you can see I got top score by experience with my 4 kills, shot down an aeroplane, 1973 base experience, and a little anchor on the right, that's your achievement medals, the high caliber, which for causing the most damage, and the Confederate medal. Minekazi also had a good game with 3 kills, as did the Wyoming, and a few of the others had pretty good games as well. You can see on the enemy team, it looks like a lot of the enemy team might have walked away during that game freeze, because a lot of them didn't seem to do that much at all. However, we got the win. We had a great game, very profitable game, and I thought as soon as this game finished, I thought this is going to be worth whacking up on YouTube, even though there was a little bit buggy, and there was that freezing in the middle of the game as well, where I probably cut 2 minutes out of the replay. Looking on the next page, damage caused over 22,500 using armor piercing shells, 47,500 with the high explosive, that includes fires and such, nearly 29,000 damage caused by the fires, and 5 floodings. And the floodings with the torpedoes really do smash a whole lot of damage. You can see on the right side of that battle results screen, there are all the different ships that I damaged and how many shots I got onto each of them, and there was heaps. Game went for 17 minutes and we absolutely smashed it. On the final page, with my daily double, it was a daily double weekend I believe when I played this, I got nearly 6,000 experience, which would have helped to totally fully upgrade my ship so it was fully loaded. If it wasn't already, I think it might have actually unlocked the next ship, the tier 5. Nearly 300 free experience. Didn't cost me a great deal to automatically repair and resupply my ammunition, but 273,000 credits. That's with a premium account, of course. A very healthy bottom line profit. So I hope you've enjoyed this replay with the tier 4 Japanese cruiser. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. I haven't been playing World of Warships a great deal because I've been quite busy with my brand new World of Tanks clan, MI6, Her Majesty's Secret Service. If you're interested in that, look them up on the World of Tanks website. I've certainly enjoyed bringing this replay to you. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to make some comments on the places down below. It was a little bit one-sided, the game, but I made the most of my situation, even though the game froze and lagged and played around a bit. I'm quite happy with the result. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.